Greetings friends, let's talk about the difference between employment and productivity today. When I studied at the university, at the beginning of the year I promised myself that I would write the perfect term paper. Imagine how I would read sources every day, look for unique material and write one paragraph of text. But why did you start work only in the last week? If you recognize yourself, do not be surprised, because such behavior is normal for every person. For the first time in his book, Cyril Parkinson said about this, the law sounds as follows: the work fills all the time that it is released. Each new line is difficult, thoughts are confused, or the brain can begin to endlessly generate excuses. Now you have already taken up the work, wrote one line. And then suddenly recalling that it is urgent to call someone. He also knows how to forget about the set task with the word of tools in our brain, but the goal is always the same: to stretch the task for all the available time. As a result, you really write a simple 2-page text for a whole day, and even strain. So one rule of productivity is to set the time for which it is possible to complete the task, but no more, and excessively stretching time for us is dangerous. We think that the process is going on. It seems that we write a term paper, we are kind of busy, which means we cannot do anything else. For example, now I need to finish the video for the channel. According to the law of Parkinson, no matter how long I have not finished earlier than the appointed deadline, so I always set the minimum time to work. Imagine that you need to write a text for 2 pages. It will take on the force of 2 o'clock, but you allocate all day for this work. Then your brain, as it were, looks at this number, adjusts and complicates the task itself in order to fill in all the empty time, as it complicates the task. Well, for example, reduces the speed of its work. You suddenly begin to think very slowly, including a vacation, but in reality the real work stands still, and we are in an inadequate state and in suspended floor. But how to feel this law in everyday life? Make a schedule for a week, write how much time you need to complete each task, and then divide in half. By starting work, you will find that everything turns out much faster than before. Your brain will operate in a different mode, faster and more efficiently. Do not be surprised, it really works, and there is an example in history. Until recently, in Soviet times, school children studied only 10 classes. Then at the end of school they managed to master more than many graduates of modern universities know. This is a very clear confirmation of the Parkinson law. Do not stretch time to work in the hope of doing the best. This, on the contrary, will reduce productivity, but increase employment and deprive you of a good rest. In fact, you can 100 times more honor and good luck.